Garrett, thank you for taking time with us off the Block blog. Congratulations on the sweep of CSUN. What are your impressions of the match?
It's always good to come out, coming far ways away to this gym, playing in a tough environment against that's a good team over there, and we really just stayed together. We were kind of playing for our mantra, playing for the boys, playing for our guys, and we weren't able to. We were able to stay really together. We were able to stay focused. We weren't trying to get into the extracurriculars that CSUN kind of brings. We were able to stay with each other. And we were able to pull out that tough first set.
What kind of challenges does CSUN present?
They got some guys that really bring some fire. They bring some energy. They talk a little bit. They get fired up. The crowd's going after it. So, you really got to play for the guy next to you. You got to maintain the eye contact. You got to keep the communication going strong. And that's how we were able to pull through these 3 sets.
Well, let's dig into the match a little bit more. First set, 19 ties, goes OT. You guys pull it out 34-32. What was the key to pulling it out?
We had opportunities to put the game away earlier, and we weren't able to convert. But instead of being frustrated and letting that get to us, we kept coming back the next play. We kept siding out, and we kept putting our serves in and giving our team a chance, an opportunity to take those wins and those leads. And no matter if they were getting some crazy digs, crazy plays, it really didn't matter to our team. Our team's really steady in those situations. We've had a couple games already this season that have gone into the 30s, so we're really prepared, really calm, really neutral. It's kind of just normal for us now.
You fell behind early in the second and third sets, but obviously that didn't faze you. What do you attribute that to?
I kind of just contribute that to the mindset of our team. We're not really too high, too low. We're always just trying to play our volleyball. The other team can come out and make some really good plays at the beginning of the match, but we're going to continue to play our style of volleyball throughout points 1 through 25. So we're just trying to play consistent, no matter what the other side is doing.
Your team is ranked 19 in the nation in terms of aces, but to my eye, it says you guys put a lot of service pressure on. Can you talk about how that played into your guys' favor to win the match?
Yeah, especially really early in the season. Kind of our philosophy that Hulse is putting into us is really putting a ton of service pressure on the other team. We're not trying to go for those crazy 75-mile-per-hour serves, aces. We're trying to continuously put a lot of pressure on the guys, force them to make the plays. And so far this season, early in the season, that's really worked for us. We're just finding our serve and beating it. If it's your 5-6 serve, just going out and crushing that 5-6 and putting it on those guys and forcing them to make some plays, because we have some really good blockers up at the net that are playing great, especially in this match. So we weren't really going for the aces. If we can get you off the net a little bit, take our middle blocker and be able to have him make some good reads, it's making our lives a lot easier.
Let's talk about your attackers. As a setter, you're going to credit all your attackers, of course. Can you speak to about their execution?
Yeah, so specifically in this game, we passed super well from the beginning. All 3 of our guys are playing great in the back. Colin, Avery, and Tish have been passing great all season, so that makes my life easy. We're really doing a good job running down the middle of the court. It's really helping our middles and our BIC with the efficiency that we're doing, especially with those passes. And then that's opening up opportunities for Luke on the back set. And then go ball action with Luke and Colin. They're being really efficient right now. But it all starts with our first pass, really being able to establish those plays in the middle of the court. So I would just say everyone's all bought in. There's no one guy that's just trying to get his kills. We're all doing it for the team. There's not really any egos out there. We're just trying to do it for each other.
You are an Orange County kid. You went to Mater Dei. Why did you pick Loyola?
I had an opportunity to go to a new area. I had an opportunity to compete for a spot, the opportunity to get a great education. Those 3 things sound pretty good to me.
You haven't been scared off by the cold weather yet?
No, you just put on some warm clothes, some boots, and it's all good.
What do you miss most about LA?
I do miss my family and my friends that I left to go out home. I do miss the weather and the beach, but I love the guys that I've met and the new experiences that I've had in Chicago.
Right on. Let's talk about the season. Your team opened up the season with a 5-set loss against UC Irvine. What did you guys learn about your team in that 5-set loss?
It was a pretty tough loss. We thought we had them. We were up 2-0. But you can go 2 ways with a loss like that, especially against a really good team like UCI. They're ranked up there. We could have either fallen apart and let that get to us, but we've chosen to just kind of move on from our mistakes, and try to play as good as we can every single game. You know, we made some mistakes in that game that we've been able to fix in the practice gym. We've really been able to iron out some mistakes that have helped us get another 5-set win over Pepperdine. But I would say the key is not just moping on that loss, is really putting it not in the back of your mind and forgetting about it, but not letting it affect you negatively. Because, you know, sure, you can say we lost, we were up 2-0 at home, we should have been able to finish it, sure, but that's not really, no one on our team's really thinking about that. We're all just thinking about one game at a time. How are we going to be able to get the win the next game?
Let's talk about the Pepperdine win. We all know that Hulse went to Pepperdine. Did you guys have a little extra for Pepperdine because you wanted to show up his alma mater?
I wouldn't say that was on the forefront of our mind, but definitely in the back of our minds. We got our coaches back. We wanted to get the win for him. You know, it's always great for Hulse to get the win against his alma mater, because he's all in for us. He always has our backs out there. So, you know, I'm sure he really enjoyed that win a little more than probably has to say. But there wasn't any extra fire going in. We just wanted to compete and beat a really good Pepperdine team, and we were able to pull it out.
Let's talk about another coach. Coach McCarthy comes over from Lewis. It's been 20 years over there. From last year to this year, what is the biggest difference in terms of what he brings to the program?
Well, we all miss Chris. He's a great coach. Love the guy. I would say McCarthy brings a new kind of style of volleyball, different position than Chris. Played middle blocker. He has really a lot of new tips and ideas for us to work out with routes in the middle, routes on the beach, on the BIC. He played a lot of beach, so I think that really helps his mentality of just trying new things, working with our outside hitters on some of their shots out of system, some of their shots in system, just some mentality things. So I think he brings a ton of wealth of experience, a ton of just rah, do it for the guys around you. And I really enjoy having him as coach.
You have a match tomorrow night. This is your final question against UC Santa Barbara. You mentioned off camera that you have a couple of guys that on that team that you played with or against in high school. What preview the match for us?
Yeah, no, that team's a real hungry team. I know a lot of their players over there. They compete day in and day out. They're never going to give up. They play hard every single point. Got a ton of respect for that program over there, and it's going to be a dogfight. They're not going to give us anything, and we're going to have to earn it from point one. So I'm really excited to play against those guys.
Well, thank you for taking time with us off the block blog. Congratulations on the victory against CSUN, and a great start to the 2019 season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.